Hello, hello! Welcome back to Red Ted Art. Now we've got some super duper special Disney princesses for you. There's 7 in total. It's one a day, or I'm trying to get them out one a day because it's taking me a little while to get them all done. They come with free printable, and today we are making Elsa. Do check out our other Disney baubles or Disney ornaments. We've got some fabulous Mickey Mouse ones that are so popular, and of course check out the rest of this series, which will be linked and shared down below and all that sort of stuff. Come on, let's take a look and see how this lovely Elsa is made. To make Elsa, you will need your lovely free printable, some blue paper, which I've got here. Don't worry about matching it up exactly. Any blue paper will do. In fact, if you really want to do, you could do a white skirt, that's fine. I happen to have these little star confettis that I'm going to stick on, but it doesn't have to be stars. If you've got little snowflakes, that would work too. So, or just draw some on. I mean, it is really up to you and about making the most of what you have. I've also got a little bit of thread for hanging, a little bit of white thread, and a glue stick and scissors. So the first thing we want to do is to cut roughly, let me just move this aside, cut out Elsa. I do find it easier, I'll tell you why in a minute, what to cut, just the top of her head. The rest will do in a minute. Okay. Ready for the next step. So the first thing you need to do is fold Elsa in half and make sure that the two halves align perfectly. Now the best way to do this is to hold it against your window, look with the light shining through, and make sure that all the details line up, flipping it over just to double check. So I'm going to do that offline now, come back and we'll do the next step. So I lined them up perfectly. Once I had them perfectly lined up, I give it a nice neat crease, because that means I can do the next step a bit more easily. Open it up, get your glue stick out and add lots of glue. Now it's really important, mine's a bit dirty. That's what happens when you share this with family. It's really important that you add the glue all the way where the hands will be and where the head will be, so that you've got no gaps once it shuts. So let's make sure. Go right up to the top, that's where the head is. Okay, now you have a choice. You can either add your thread now, which is what I'm going to do, which is why I also trimmed a little bit of the head already, or you can add that later with a needle. It's up to you, it doesn't really matter, but I quite like doing it now, then you don't have to remember to do it later. So you've got your thread in there, you've got it all neatly lined up. Take your scissors, and I'm going to do this on speed, cut it out and cut out your circle as well. So you have your final Elsa and you have your circle. You might have noticed I flipped it just to double check that the lines were really neat. I mean, for example, I could maybe trim a little bit more off just there. There's a little bit of white overlapping, but to be honest, you don't want to trim the arms too much and make them break. So I'm just going to leave that. The next thing I'm going to need is 8 circles. So I'm going to again speed that up, and I'm going to use my template. So you have your 8 circles, now it's time to fold them in half. Now you have your 8 folded items. You now need to glue 4 together at a time. So I'm going to put glue on one side, add the second one, now it's time to shape it to Elsa's dress. I'm going to take my shape, I'm going to align it. So we're going to have it, we're going to cover some of her hair, it's fine. And we're going to go, let's see, here's the center, here would be the center. I think bring it up to about here. And then we take that point from here to the center. So we're kind of following the shape of her dress. And we'll cut that out. Check that we're happy. I think that works for me. And repeat for the other one. So you get the same shape. And then we'll glue this down. So fold it down. Get it right up to that line. Okay, now this time there's quite a lot to shape, so we need to shape this down here. And then carefully, without cutting into the arm, shape this bit up here. It's a really good way to get the perfect princess skirt, irrespective of which princess you have. Because if I was trying to get a template that's already matching the skirt shape, it'd be really difficult to make sure you fold it super neatly and that nothing overlaps. And this way you can work with circles and literally cut it down to size. And there you have your perfect Elsa dress. And I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. So you could leave Elsa like this now, or just decorate with snowflakes. But as I've got the little stars, I'm just going to glue some of those on. Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's give it a little spin. Isn't she sweet? I do like adding little things to her hair as well, but you don't have to. And just look how it sparkles. So remember, this is part of a series of Disney Princess baubles that I've got for you. They're all free, 7 in total. So do check out those as well. And yeah, keep making, keep watching, and see you again soon. Take care. Bye.